Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel once more. My name is Dr. WAN, and today I'm going to talk about mobile phones in relation to the way they are being used. Are we really using this mobile phone properly? Are we really using them in the right places where they're supposed to be used? Yeah, so that's it. And also, I want to link it now to human body functioning. That is what we call GI tract. And as you all know, we consider this part of the body as very important if you are diabetic, and even not being a diabetic subject. We all at a certain age go through this situation. So I'm trying now to associate the usage of the mobile phone with our pathological situation and also the environment. Come to think about it, when we were children some years back, to go to the washroom, or call it the toilet, or some people call it latrine, we actually have to squeeze our nose, as I'm doing, get a squeeze in order to poop, because the environment wasn't that friendly. So I'm sure some of you know what I'm saying. But our kids today in the Western world, the toilet is more of the most decent place even to sit and even take phone calls, even chat and network friends there. So now my question is, while you are in that toilet, the modern toilet, how long do you spend there? So you can imagine you going to the toilet and taking a phone call there. Some of those love phone conversations that you spend time, I was even 1 hour. It's possible that someone goes to modern toilet and spend more than 1 hour. Some even read newspapers in the toilet. So you can imagine there are lots of things today going on in modern toilet. Another issue, it is also the sitting position. Are you actually squatting in the toilet, or you sit as if you are sitting in a sofa? That's the big question. That has a lot to do with pooping. Take for instance human stomach, the dynamics, the way it is being designed. It tells us that your legs should be pulled towards your chest at an angle of 45 in order for the poo to come out, because the way the gastrointestinal tract is being made, there's kind of a handbrake. I call it handbrake to my students when I'm giving lecture. It's kind of amazing saying that the stomach has the handbrake. You know, if you are driving your car and you don't take off the handbrake, you know what can happen. So when you sit in a perpendicular position, that is, you are sitting in a sofa that's perpendicular, that poo doesn't come out faster. But when you sit at an angle of 45, that is pulling your knees towards your chest, that poo comes out faster. And that's the way all toilets should be. But unfortunately, the modern toilet today, they are not being designed based on that angle. So you have to bring in an additional chair or a stool in the toilet in order to raise the knees up towards your chest to be able to poop. Now, the big question is, how many of you have that stool in your toilet if you are living in a modern home? I don't know. I'm not here to judge you, but sit and think about it. So if you have that stool with you in your toilet, the chances of you using a mobile phone becomes very low. But nobody wants to use that stool while in the toilet. They choose to sit at a perpendicular position, call it L shape, like so. They are able to manipulate their phones. So you can imagine the human brain being able to do multiple tasking or multitasking is just difficult. You cannot be concentrating on a love message from someone and then you are trying to poop at the same time. There's just no way that won't happen. So you are forced to pay more attention on that message at that instant, whereas you are supposed to be pooping. So you end up now sitting on that pot for over 30 minutes. Whereas if you were in a traditional toilet, what we call latrine, the latrine, your sitting position, it is squatting or V shape. So V shape, you send the poop faster out. Whereas L shape, the poop doesn't come out because the handbrake is there. So that's the key thing here. So now here goes the question. How dangerous is it going to the toilet with your phone? Again, how dangerous is it going to the toilet with your phone? Can that contribute to constipation? Can that contribute to bile being up? Can that contribute to hemorrhoid? Another issue here it is lifestyle. How do you eat? How is your meal? Is it soya? Is it dried food? Is it liquid food? Is it broth? All those things come to contribute to the stomach lining, because if you're someone who consumes dry food, or even you are a diabetic patient, the trouble now becomes stagnation. That is, the food you've just taken tend to stay longer in the stomach and also affect your stomach lining. Whereas if you eat liquid food as well as vegetable or leafy green vegetable, the stomach lining, the food doesn't stay there. It runs down faster. So it's important you make sure that if you are toilet, you have to sit there in an L-shaped position, then get a stool to raise your leg up towards your chest in order for you to be able to expel everything in your stomach. Like so, the food doesn't stay in your stomach and it does not also irritate the stomach lining, because when that stomach lining becomes irritated, remember it is linked to what we call the vagus nerves. There are some people that you see them when they come out of the toilet, they have red eyes. Red eyes is as a result of you putting pressure. When you put pressure in your stomach for the poop to come out, there's that vagus nerves that is being put under pressure and also create a lot of issue. For instance, there are chances that your blood pressure will spike. And when your blood pressure starts spiking, you are at high risk of developing cardiovascular situation. For instance, heart failure or heart attack is quite common in the toilet. So please, I'm not only making this video for diabetic patients, but also for normal people. You need to know how you eat, the activity you do, your sitting position in the toilet. I will strongly recommend you to always practice V-shaped position. Again, make sure you practice V-shaped position and not the opposite L shape. The opposite L shape keep the stool longer in the toilet and it makes things even difficult for you to poop. Last thing before I end this video, it is mobile phone usage. Please do not take your mobile phone to the toilet, because when you get to the toilet with your mobile phone, the brain doesn't function anymore. The brain can't do two tasks at the same time. That is concentrating in enabling you to poop and at the same time focusing on that keyboard in order for you to send messages to loved one. So one thing at a time. If you're in the toilet, you are there for a purpose. You are there to pass out waste. And then you can now go on your phone. So please try to avoid this thing. We should stop doing the wrong thing. That's my message for you today. especially my patients who are suffering from diabetes or those who have what we call gastroparesis. Gastroparesis means slow emptying. So if you are having that condition, keep away your phone and pay attention to what you have to do in the washroom. Once more, I am Dr. Wan, and please do not forget to subscribe, like my channel, share it with loved ones, and remember, I'm here to assist you. Have a wonderful evening. Ciao.